Hi there, how's everyone doing? Today we're playing Pathfinder adventure card game Mummy's Mask. Yep, this is the game I've been playing on and off for the last years, I suppose. This is the type of a game that, I just keep coming back to. And this is the first edition. I also have the second edition set somewhere, but I just fell in love with Mummy's Mask. I think I had all of them apart from Skulls and Shackles because the pirate thing is something that I didn't quite connect to. However, the pyramids, Egypt, and this kind of scenery appeals to me the most out of all the boxes that Paizo released over the years. I have the second edition also, but I haven't played it yet. I will probably have to go through the manual and bits and pieces. But the reason I'm playing the first edition is that over the years I collected a gazillion of packs that were released with heroes with extra cards. I think there's only a few that I'm missing. But today I want to show you the playthrough of one of the missions that I'm going through. We're playing um, the base adventure path from the game. As you can see, it's got the letter B, so this is the base one. And we're actually almost there. We reached the Tainted Tower quest that we will be playing through right now. Okay, let me introduce the Tainted Tower for you. The components, we're playing with 3 heroes. I will introduce them in just a moment. We're going to visit the alchemical lab, Thorn Scrap, Dilapidated Plaza, and the Oasis. The other locations are not available for us. We don't have that many heroes in our party. Okay, and this is quite an interesting one. The villain for this scenario is the Thuthian alchemist, and we will also encounter his or her henchman, Paraceltus, and alchemical golems. Ooh, we'll see about that. However, during this scenario, for your first exploration each turn, do nothing. Wow, so we cannot explore for free. So we need to spend cards to explore, or at least examine, because examining the cards may also trigger the exploration. Trigger is the key word because there's quite a lot of cards, especially in the Mummy's Mask. I think it was the set that introduced the trigger mechanic. We'll come to that shortly. However, at the end of your turn, if you did not encounter a card, you may recharge a card from your discard pile, then recharge any number of cards from your hand. That's interesting. I haven't tried this mission yet. I've been playing on and off, trying different setups. I enjoy starting from fresh with all different characters, but this time I decided to go for Mummy's Mask setup. So we have Zadim, our Slayer here. He can recharge a card to examine the top card of his location deck. He may also recharge a card to add his intelligence skill to any check that invokes poison trait. So he's quite good at intelligence. And he may discard a weapon that does not have two-handed trait to add his stealth combat, his stealth skill to any combat check by a character at his location. So he can support other heroes during combat. As a result of us completing one of the previous adventures, quests or scenarios, whatever they called, I upgraded his intelligence rolls for +1. Okay, then we have Yoon. I think it's a she. I think it's a girl. She's a kineticist. Kineticist. Yeah, like a mage, fire mage at that. I quite enjoy playing her because she can manipulate blessings, as you'll see in just a moment. So she can recharge a blessing to add her fortitude skill and fire trait to her combat check. And additionally, she can go on and discard any number of cards to add d6 for each card discarded. So she can unleash some hell at the cost of her own HP. So she sets up. So the way I see it is she sets herself on fire, and then boosts her damage with that. When she is dealt acid, cold, electricity, or fire damage, she may reveal a card that has a trait matching that type to reduce the damage by 3. So she's like, you know, any card can use as her shield. And at the end of her turn, she may recharge a blessing from her discard pile, which is fantastic mechanic. I really like that. And of course, Alahazara, yeah, our cleric, well, oracle, really, acting as a cleric here. So when she plays a card with a fire trait on it and attack, she can add 1d6 to her pool, which is fantastic. She may recharge a blessing to examine the top 2 cards. Okay, and then she may discard a spell to banish a card that has a curse trait on any character at her location. Okay, so that's what it is. Our decks have been slightly, you know, upgraded with all the loot and spells and what have you that we found over the course of last adventures. Not adventures, scenarios, of course. All right, so let's kick things off. Let's go through one playthrough, and we'll see if that's something that you guys enjoy, because I enjoyed this game immensely. It's a combination of deck builder, dice chucker, adventures, questing, supporting each other. Fantastic game. I really, really like that. So we have Yun, Zadim, and Alahazara. Okay, Alahazara will start in Oasis. In the Oasis, there are 2 monsters and 2 barriers, including henchman or a villain in there. When you would succeed at a check to defeat a Bane that invokes the acid trait, re-roll the dice, take the new result. Oh, so it's like a defensive maneuver. Let's skip the plaza for just a moment. Zadim went for Thorn's Crab. 4 enemies, monsters, and 2 barriers, and a villain or henchman. So, whew, yeah, you may not have a Bane that has the poison trait on it. Okay, we need to remember about that. He won't be evading anyone anyway. So the final one is the alchemical lab, where Yun decided to go in. If she defeats a Bane by 4 or more, each character at this location is dealt d4 acid damage. There's only 1 monster though, so that's actually quite good. I want to finish this as soon as possible, and then it will clear things off for Zadim, because in order for us to close this, we need to succeed at int or craft check. So we'll see about that. So the way I'm playing it, I'm playing from left to right. So Zadim is the first one, Yun and Alahazara. This is our blessings deck, the timer. So let's kick things off with Zadim. Okay, we reveal the first one like a timer. So Zadim, he cannot do anything as a result of Tainted Tower debuff, so he cannot do anything. Let's see what he has in his starting hand. Okay, we have the compass, and we also have his ability. Remember that he can recharge a card to examine the top card of allocation. Okay, or I can recharge this compass to move, and then we may examine the top card of our deck. You may not use this power during an encounter or discard this card to explore your location. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard this to explore our location. And it's a collapsing scaffolding. It's an obstacle, a basic one at that. Check to defeat. Ooh, 2 checks. First, we need to pass the Dex, Acrobatics, or Perception. Let's have a look if he's any good at that. Dex, Acrobatics +2, and then do it again. So he has to do it twice. So his Acrobatics is +2 to Dex, and his Dex die is d8. Okay. So we need on our first roll we need 2 + 4, 6. So we passed the first test. Okay. Then we need to do it again. If the result of the first check to defeat exceeds the results of the second check to defeat, you are dealt. So we need to remember that our first check was 6. So let's put a 6 right there. You are dealt. So it's like we managed to climb it and then we fell. Okay. So now we need 7, right? Okay. We need 7. Can we do anything about that? So now it's 5 or more. Okay, you may recharge a card. No, no, there's no poison. There's no weapon. Do we want to spend any blessings on that? Isn't it too early to do that? If the results of the first check to defeat exceeds the results of the second check. Oh, right. The first result was 6, so we need to... It needs to be higher than that, okay? Definitely, because the lowest we can roll for us to succeed is 5, so it's going to be 7. But am I going to roll higher than 7? Maybe we can help you out with... there you go. Yun will help you with Blessings of Abadar. Why? Because it says here, add 2 dice to any check to defeat a barrier. So I'll add 2 d8s, which is an overkill, I know. But, yeah, that's more than enough to defeat this barrier. Okay, let's put it on the side. So he defeated that barrier. Now, after you play this, if this matches the top card of the blessing, it does not. So it goes into her discard pile, which I'll put here upside down, just to save some space. Hopefully it doesn't look too messy on the camera. Hopefully it does not. Right, is there anything else we can do with you, my friend? We can always recharge a card to examine the top card of our location deck. Are we going to do anything like that? I have 4 enemies in there, so I might need this armor and this weapon. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to recharge this card to examine. I can encounter this card if it has a trigger trait on it. Let's have a look. No, it's a Blessing of the Gods. When you encounter this card, you automatically acquire it. So he acquires it. Okay. And then I suppose, are we going to go forward with this? You may treat this, discard this card to explore. What does it say here? Non-combat charisma check. Blessing of the Gods allows me to treat this card as if it was that one in the counter. Are we going to push our luck? She did not encounter a card. I did encounter a card, so I cannot recharge anything. But shall we... No, let's keep it. So it's 4. I draw up to 5. Oh, it's another armor. Another elite armor at that. It's a crocodile skin lamellar. All right. Then Yun. Oh, another Iomede. Blessing of Iomede. So Yun here, she cannot explore Tainted Tower again. Anything we can do? If it has a basic on it, we will recharge one of the blessings. Recharge this card, electricity, to your combat check. During this exploration, you may add the electricity trait to your combat checks. I think I will discard the shock lizard to explore. It's a good omen, right? It's a veteran magic, arcane, and divine spell. Add 1 plus the scenario adventure deck number to any check to acquire or to check to close a location. Interesting. Okay, but can we actually attempt a check to learn the spell? We need intelligence, arcane, wisdom, divine. Wisdom d4. There's no arcane or divine. Intelligence, where's intelligence? d6. Well, let's try it. We need to roll perfect 6. Well, it's a perfect 1. So this goes away. She failed to learn it. Now, shall we go again with the Blessing of the Ancients, because she will take advantage of her ability to recharge one of the blessings from the discard pile. Yeah, let's do it. She has a potion of healing, so she can always heal herself, right? Let's see what it is. Oh, baited jewel box. It's got a trigger trait on it. It's a veteran chest which is locked, and there's a poison trap on it. When you examine this card, shuffle a weapon, an armor, or an item into your location deck. Okay, so I think we'll go for the armor. Yeah, we'll take a random armor from the box. Yeah, let's leave that. At least this is how I play them. So shuffled in, right? Right. Okay, so in order for us to unlock the chest, we need to pass either disable or craft. Disable. Nope, there's no disable on Yoon, and there's no craft on her either. Zadim is the only one who can deal with that. The difficulty is increased by scenario. Oh, sorry. If defeated by 4 more, if defeated by less than 4, that's it. So we need Zadim to come over and help her with that. So that's it. Okay, so first of all, she will recharge one of her blessings, and then she will draw up to 5 yet again. Ooh, plenty of blessings. Good, good, good. Noble brat as well, an elite aristocrat human ally that we managed to convince to join us. Now it's time for Alhazara. Oh, okay. Timer. Can we do anything? We have a blessing here. We have armor of the sands that we managed to acquire. Pachmet Clansman. She's quite good at defeating cards with trigger. Yeah. Okay, when you play a card, you recharge a blessing to examine top 2 cards. Okay, let's recharge a blessing. This blessing, we recharge that. So the first card is a blessing. The second card is a vulture. All right. There's nothing to say anything about triggers. So this is what they are. We could do with that blessing of Pharasma. Shall we risk it? Yeah. So I'm going to discard the Clansman to explore my location. If the top card of the blessings card is the blessing of the ancients, you may recharge it. It's not. It's the blessing of Cadian, Kalian, whatever. Right. So I'm going to encounter the blessing of Pharasma, and in order for me to learn this blessing, I need to pass Arcane Divine test of 5. My arcane is +3 to charisma, so +3 and a d10, right? So I'm going to roll d10, and it's a 6 + 3, it's 9, so I learn the blessing of Pharasma. Now, what I could do right now, just one, I suppose I will play the Blessing of Pharasma to explore my location. It's a vulture, wisdom survival. My survival is +2. So I'll just put it here so I don't forget. And I also boosted my wisdom by 1. So it's +3 actually. Whatever I roll. And a d8. I need 5. So I need 2+. 2+ to obtain the vulture as my ally. Oh, it's 2. It was 2. Sorry, I knocked it over. It was 2. So exactly what I needed. Yeah, well done, Alhazara. Okay, and then are we going to push our luck? Don't have any blessings anymore. I would have recharged it to explore the location further. Vulture. When you are dealt damage, reveal this card. A random other character instead. No, I'm going to discard the vulture to keep exploring, and let's see what it is. Ooh, another. Wow, look at that. Blessing of the Archdevils. It's basic, corrupted, Asmodeus and divine. When you encounter this card, you automatically acquire it. Okay. If you have another blessing that has the corrupted trait in your hand, you may recharge this card instead. I need to look up the corrupted mechanic. It doesn't say anything here, and I don't recall anything from the thing. Although corrupted. I'll look it up later, what the corrupted means. Does that mean that I have to discard it immediately, or? Right, I tried to check the corrupted trait in the manual for Mummy's Mask, couldn't find anything, or maybe I just overlooked it. So the way I'm going to treat it right now is as if it was a normal card. And then I'll try to look it up after I finish playing this. So hopefully I'm not making a terrible and game-breaking mistake right here. If I am, then sorry for that, guys. It comes from the Hell's Vengeance deck, the expansion deck, so maybe it had some extra information in there. I'll try to look it up later on, but there is something to it, corrupted, I'm sure about that. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I will try wiki or whatever to see what the corrupted. It might be from a previous box that I haven't played with thoroughly. Sorry, if that's a game-breaking mistake, then I'll try to catch up and make you up for it. Anyways, I will discard that to explore my location further, which is, a potion of energy resistance. Alchemical liquid, of course. Intelligence and craft. Banish, discard, and choose a character at a location. Reduce acid. Oh, it's like a shield. Okay, interesting. We need intelligence and craft. Intelligence is D8. There's no craft on it. Zadim could take benefit of that. So we have D8 for our intelligence. Hang on. Wisdom, knowledge, survival. No. Nothing I can do about that. So D8. D8, and let's see, it's 1. So we failed. We dropped it, it broke, and the liquid just vanished into the sand. There you go. There you go. So that was a complete round for our heroes. Let's begin the exploration even further. Blessings of Milani, right? Zadim now, before he does anything, he will move. He cannot explore. Tainted Tower again, yeah? So I'm going to recharge a card, which is this Elite Magic Leather Armor, to examine the top card of my location, which is the Tainted Jewel. It has a trigger on it. So I wonder if I can do that every single time. When you examine this card, shuffle a weapon. So every time I do it, or it's a different character that does it. I wonder how it works. Does trigger only triggers? Does it trigger once or every time I interact with it? Interesting. I suppose because then I could cheese it and milk it and, come with Alahazara and then trigger it again. So I suppose that we already triggered it with Yun. So we actually did what it said. Now, I examined it, but I cannot export it. No, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to undo it. So instead, I'm going to discard this blessing to explore. So now I can try and disable it or pass it with craft. Yeah, so there you go. Disable, I cannot do that. I don't have disable, but I have craft. So it's D8 plus 2. D8 plus 2. Okay. And we need, ooh, wow, quite high. Quite high. And it also says if I manage to defeat it by 4 or more, I can draw an item. But if less than 4, I get poison damage and draw 2 items. But poison damage will force me to get a scourge if I fail to block the damage. So I need 6 or more to pass that test with my craft ability. Oh, poison. But I can then again recharge a card to add my intelligence skill to your check that invokes the poison or trait. My intelligence skill. Okay, so D8, I suppose. So another D8. So 2 D8s, if I understand it correctly. So I will recharge which one? This blocks combat. This does not block poison, unfortunately. Ooh. Neither of them blocks poison, so I suppose I will banish this card. I don't want to banish it. Yeah, let me do this and add D8 to my roll. So if I read it correctly, I add my intelligence skill, which is D8, right? Plus D8 because I'm going for the craft. Yeah, plus 1. And plus 1 as a result of my level up. And I roll 11. Plus 2 is 13. 13. I managed to defeat it by 4 more. So I just draw an item from the box. There's no poison damage. So I managed to bypass the lock and poison mechanism, and it didn't hit me. So I draw an item from the box. So an item from the box is Amulet of Life. Okay, discard to reduce all damage to you after, yeah. Okay, all damage. So I will do it again, and I will discard this. Well, recharge it to examine the top card of my location. Oh, another Amulet of Life. Okay, so I only examine it. There's no trigger. I can't do anything about that. Right, let's pass the turn to Yun. Before we do that, we will draw up to 5. So we drew Blessing of Abadar and Topaz of Strength. Okay, good. Hopefully I didn't screw it up. If I did, let me know and we'll correct that. So Yun, are you going to go for that Amulet of Life with intelligence of 4? Okay. We need to do something. We need to do something about... I need to discard something first to explore. Maybe we can move somewhere. Okay, let's... there's 4 enemies here. Do I want to fight them? Maybe we should go to Dilapidated Plaza. When you play a boon that has the acid trait, you are dealt 1 acid damage. I don't have boons with poison. Yeah, let's go to Dilapidated Plaza with Yun. Yeah, and we need to discard something. There you go. Discard to explore your location. Yeah. And we found, a holy light. Oh, bloody hell. This is something that I would really like for... It's an elite magic divine attack. Wisdom or divine. No. We just failed to learn it. Fantastic cleric spell. But her wisdom is D4 and I need D8 to pass. And she doesn't have any divine ability skills here, so we just lose that. That's a shame, really. So 4 cards. We will take benefit of, yeah, we will recharge that and draw up to 5. One more. Sage's Journal. Okay. Alahazara now. Let's pass the time. Alahazara, when you would succeed at check to defeat a pain that invokes the acid trait. Right. So we need to do something about explore. Oh, and I forgot to draw 2 cards at the end of my last. Oh, see, I already have the Holy Light. Of my last round. Her hand is 6, so I should have had 6 cards in my hand. There's nothing I can do. There's no cards I can discard to explore, so I think I'll take the advantage of the Tainted Tower. If I did not encounter a card, you may recharge a card from your discard pile, then recharge any number of cards from your hand. So I will recharge him because he gives me extra buffs when I examine cards with trigger traits. So I recharge this. Do I need Cure? Maybe I could cast Cure on myself. Yeah, why not? I will cure myself for d4 plus 1. 1. So 2 cards, 2 random cards. I will shuffle them. These 2. After that, if I do not have any divine skill, a card with a divine trait, I have 3, so I pass that requirement. And then I have to pass divine 8. My divine, innate divine is 3, so I just need 5 plus on a d10. And it's a 5 plus, so I just recharged it. Yeah, there you go. 2, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, that's another cure from my deck. Fantastic. So that was a quick one, really. I couldn't do a lot. Couldn't explore. So Zadim, are you going to go for that? Or are you going to move somewhere? Arcane. Do we have Arcane anywhere? Intelligence D8. What's his intelligence? D8. Okay. But is there anything we can do about exploring first? Discard to add 1 die to your check to acquire a boon. I don't really want that. But how am I supposed to... defeat a barrier? There's quite a lot of barriers, especially here in the dilapidated plaza. Come on, let's leave it for a moment. We move where Yun is to dilapidated plaza. We're going to recharge a card to examine the top card of allocation. Which one though? This is like a shield, maybe the topaz. Yeah, let's get rid of the topaz for just a moment. It is, oh, a fire gecko. I haven't seen that one before. Wisdom survival. We just examine that. Yeah, we do not encounter it, so we can leave it for somebody with wisdom survival. Alahazara here. Reveal this card to add 1d4 and fire trait to your combat check. If you fail to defeat the pain, discard the card before you take damage. Oh, okay. Nice. All right. So that would be Zadim's, yeah, turn. Draw 1. Oh, and we drew a Scarab Buckler, a loot that we obtained when we completed one of the previous scenarios. Right, pass the time. It's Yun. We don't want to encounter that fire gecko because we don't have wisdom. Well, wisdom is d4. We don't have any survival skill. So I suppose, where can we go? Shall we go and hunt some monsters? Do we have anything to hunt monsters with? Blowgun, which is not a perfect weapon. We couldn't find anything better for her. But we can boost her damage with the cards and blessings. Fortitude skill to your combat check. Okay. Shall we do that, or shall we go to Oasis and try and complete that? Liquid trait or divine? Yeah. Okay. Yun here will go to Oasis, and can she do anything? She would have to discard that. That ally. Right, let's discard the ally. Ooh, what's this? An erring weapon, right? Intelligence and arcane 4. Pfft, she's not brilliant at that, but display this card next to your check. While displayed, when the character places a weapon on a combat check at 1d4. That would be great for Zadim or arcane. No, but he will lose it anyway because he doesn't have any arcane. He wouldn't pass, so it's like a one-time use for our characters. We don't not neither of them has any arcane, but we can try and roll for it. We can try and roll for it using our intelligence, which is d6. We need 4+. Then it's a 1. So yet again we fail to learn yet another spell. Right. So that would finish. Oh, another blowgun. We have 2 blowguns now. And we will recharge one of the blessings from a discard pile. Like that. Okay, pass the timer. Blessing of the gods. Okay. Can we do anything? No. Oh, come on. So yet again, blessing. I don't have a blessing in my hand. I will have to 2 cards. Not enough. 1 card. I'm looking at my heroes who is wounded, because maybe I could have, cured one of them, but there's only 2 cards here, so I'm not sure if it's worth the effort to cure Yun. Well, maybe it is. At least I'll do something. I'll keep, yeah, okay. Let's try and see if we can cure Yun for 2 cards. So both of these get shuffled. Okay, now we need to pass. We need 5 or more, don't we? Yeah, we have 3, so we what? We discard it. So this is discarded. We did not encounter any cards, so we can recharge any of the cards from my discard pile, which I will recharge a Blessing of Pharasma. Then I can drop, I will keep that, discard this, and maybe discard that. Not discard, recharge of course, and draw up to my hand limit, which is 6. Oh, I have 2 blessings and a vulture that next turn I can use to explore further. Brilliant. Let's play one more, and then we'll stop this episode to see where we are. Okay, Zadim. We don't want you to have anything to do with that fire gecko, so I suppose we will just move to Thorn's Crab, and we'll see if we can do anything about exploring. Defeat a barrier. We have 2 barriers in Thorn's Crab, or maybe just one. Was the scaffolding in here or somewhere else? Can't remember. Okay. Oh, come on. Check to acquire a boon. This is my shield. I have 2 shields now. So I will recharge that to examine the top card of my location deck, which is Healer's Kit. Bury it to draw 1d4+1 cards that have the healing trait from your discard pile. Wisdom, Survival, Divine. That's not ideal. Don't really want either of these unless I'm using them to... Oh, come on. Alchemical healing. Then you may shuffle any number of cards. Very, very, very recharged. There's no discard on that. No, I'm not a. I don't have an alchemist with me, so I suppose I'll finish my turn here. I drew a shottel, another weapon for Zadim. Okay, then we will do the Blessing of Pharasma. Counter, of course. So Yun here, what is it that you can do, Yun? With 2 blowguns, Potion of Healing, Blessing of Milani, and Sage's Journal. That helps me. Well, going deeper through the cards, there's a higher and higher chance of us encountering a henchman or a villain. But can we do anything about exploring? How can we explore? No. At the end of the turn, you may recharge a blessing. So I suppose I'll just spend Blessing of Milani to explore my location, like that. Yeah. Oh, and there you go. Trigger, Bone Crusher, Hunter, Null, and a Veteran at that. Yeah. When you examine this card, encounter it, the difficulty to defeat is increased by 3. That's the trigger ability. The difficulty to defeat is increased by Scenarios Adventure Deck. Well, it's B, so nothing happens, thankfully, but plus 3, so he's 12. Woo! Come on. Yeah. So it's time for us to... Yeah, we cannot use the Sage's Journal because he's just a monster, isn't he? Yeah, so does not apply, does not apply. So a blowgun, but we don't have... Ah, come on. Oh, you may recharge a blessing. See, when you are dealt, so that's bad actually, because that's 1d4. Dexterity ranged. My dexterity ranged or stealth. My stealth is plus 2. Yeah, plus 2 and a d8. Okay, so this is my pull and I need 12. No. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, you may discard, you may recharge a blessing, you may play, come on. I'm going to cast the Blessing of the Gods, okay, to boost Yun's damage. So she will add another d8 to the pool. Okay, so on average we have 2, 4, and 4. 10 plus 2, 12. I don't like the looks of that. So if he hits me, then I will use all these 3. On your combat check, if you play another weapon that has the ranged trait, discard this card to it 1d4 and poison trait. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. You may additionally recharge this card to it 1d6. So that's what I'm going to do. To add another d6. So I'm going to add another d6 by recharging that. Yeah, taking advantage of me doing this. And also, on your weapon check, if you played another weapon that has the ranged trait, discard this card to it 1d4. Do we really want that? Because I need 11 on these 4 dice. Can we do that? Yeah, let's do it. 11. We need 11 to defeat the Bone Crusher Hunter. And we have, that was a 7. 7, 10, 12, 14, 16. Now let's have a look if there's anything. When you would succeed to add a check to defeat a Bane that invokes the Acid trait. No, he's got the Null, Trigger, and Veteran. So this does not apply. So we managed to defeat the Bone Crusher Hunter. Nice, nice. Well done, Yun. Well done. Let's clear this off the board. And there's nothing else we can do. No. Choose a character at your location, shuffle 1d4 random cards. 1d4. Yeah. So I'm going to use this potion of healing on Alhazara, and I will banish this. Yeah. 1d4. So 2 cards. Yeah. So shuffle these. Yeah. Recharge that because of her ability, and draw up to my hand limit. Yeah, I have the weapon, I have the blessing, so she's all right. And also the Sage's Journal. Yeah, lovely job. Now the timer for Alhazara. We will 2, 4, 5, and 6 card was the blessing that we used to boost units damage. So I'm going to discard this to examine my location. And it is a camouflaged pit trap. Ooh, wisdom, perception, dexterity, or acrobatics. If undefeated, each character at your location is dealt 1d4 damage, combat damage. Oh no, if defeated, you may explore your location. Good. So we need what? Wisdom. Wisdom is d8 plus 1. And I need 6. So I need 5 or more. Oof. Let's see if I can help myself. Oh, 1d4 is quite dangerous, this one. Discard this card to add 1 die to any check. Yeah, let's discard it. If you have another blessing that has the corrupted trait in your hand. No, I don't. So I will have 2d8s to roll 5. 5 on these or more. Come on. Yeah, ooh, 15. Pff. Right? So we managed to avoid the pit trap. If defeated, you may explore your location. So this is defeated, and I will explore my location and reveal yet another barrier. This time it's the obstacle weather electricity lightning storm. Display this barrier next to your location. While displayed, when you start your turn at this location, roll 1d4. On a 4, banish this barrier. On any other result, you are dealt the amount of electricity damage. Display this barrier next to random location. Oh, come on. So how do I get rid of that? If I roll 4, when you start your turn at this location. Oh, I would need my trusted clansman, yeah? Otherwise, the lightning storm hits me with electricity damage and then moves to another. Ooh, so I'll just put it here so I don't forget. Huh? So that was Alahazara. There you are. Whew! That's quite a lot, isn't there? But it's so much fun. Yeah. Hopefully I haven't managed to screw the game over with too many mistakes. If I have, then please let me know, because there's so many different bits and pieces in this game, and it's quite easy to, you know, to overlook one of the rules here and there, especially the corrupted thing. I need to double check what that means. Yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed it, if you like Pathfinder at all. Which version do you prefer, the first one or the second one, and why? And let me know if you'd like to see me progress through the adventure and put it on the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one shortly. Bye bye.